I'm Simon Beard. I run the Ribbons Channel program, and today I want to provide a quick refresher on our onboarding process and some of the changes that we've made over the last couple of years to that process for partners who are selling our IPO product portfolio. Of course, you can sell both our IPO product portfolio and our Cloud and Edge product portfolio, but today's session is concentrating on the capabilities and requirements we have, and also the benefits for partners who are reselling the IP optical product portfolio. So without further ado, I'll try and keep to time. If you want to ask any questions, then just raise your hand. I will be watching on the meeting, and I'll pause at an appropriate point to answer any questions, and I will occasionally stop and ask you if you have any questions as well. So let's get started. So I just wanted to review very quickly. We have a process for becoming a partner. Some of you have been with us for many years, and some of you are new. So I'd like to just go through the basics very quickly. So the start of the process is typically making an application on Ribbon Communications / partners. And there is a button, Become a Partner, and following your request, account manager will contact you, and then you go through a non-disclosure agreement or a direct partner contract. Now we have two possible states that can follow from this. The first one is the pending partner state. That is for any partner company who does not yet have a signed contract with us, but has signed an NDA. And for people working for those companies, we can provide limited access to the Ribbon Partner Portal, but not all capabilities are available. Typically, this includes the marketing documentation, the program documentation, but the access to the sales tools is relatively restricted. As soon as a direct partner contract is signed, then you become an authorized partner. And there are a number of things which follow from that. The first thing is that employees of your company are able to access the Ribbon Partner Portal with a personalized set of credentials, but it's a self-serve system, so you have to request an account. I'll show you this page, in fact, while we're discussing it. And I'll just pop that on the screen for you. So this is the Ribbon Partner screen. This is the Become a Partner button for applicants. This is the Request an Account button. Occasionally we have people who become confused and they request to become a partner when they're already a partner, or they request an account when they're not yet a partner. So that's a distinction that's important. And then once the partner account is allocated, this is the button to log into the portal. So it's a very simple, it's ribboncommunications.com/partners. So once you're an authorized partner, as I said, you request an account, and then you have access to the bronze tier program benefits. And you also get an entry on Ribbon Communications partner reseller locator, and I'll show you an example of that very quickly. Yeah. So this is the partner and reseller locator, and as you can see, there are a number of search capabilities for your customers, people looking for a partner. There's obviously search by name, search by tier within the program, also searching for distribution, federal reseller, which won't apply to anybody on this call today. That's a program we run just for partners selling into the US government, and reseller, which will apply to everybody who's a partner for IPO. And I'll explain that on the next chart. Geographic regions are relatively large for the search. We don't do a search by country at the moment. And the certifications, you can see any certifications that any particular partner holds. So all that information, together with the level of the partner, is available. This is on our website. It's public information, and you can see it's tiered automatically by your partner tier. So it starts with platinum, gold, and so on. And there are very many partners in this list. let's say 4,459 partners of Ribbon, some of whom we don't hear from every day, I have to say, but we have them all on the books and they've all done business with us. Okay, and then the other thing that you can do is once you're in at the bronze tier level, you can progress to silver, gold, and platinum level. There are additional benefits, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then we have extensive partner training program and sales tools. Now, one of the key things about our program and something that we're really emphasizing this year is partner sales certification. We've had a lot of changes in our IPO product portfolio over the last couple of years, and we are now changing our sales certification to have a lifetime of 2 years, and we're asking that all of our partners recertify this year, and I'll go into that process in a little bit. But new partners are required to do the sales certification as 2 individuals within 90 days of admission to the program, and thereafter to maintain that certification throughout their partnership with Ribbon. So moving on, the reason that I've been stressing about resellers and direct partners is that this is our model for our IPO partners. And it is basically a single tier resale model. So you basically are the prime for all our solutions and services. We deliver products and tier 3 support to you. We do offer a range of professional services, installation, commissioning, and tier 2. But fundamentally, the end customer is yours. However, we do expect to participate in your interaction with the end customer as well to support you in order to make the Ribbon sale. And this is what we call a direct partner. So we have direct partners for our Cloud and Edge portfolio. We also have distribution, which is 2-tier. But for the moment, our IPO portfolio is only sold through a single-tier distribution model, which is illustrated here. So what are the benefits of the program? So as you can see there, along the top here, we have the different tiers in the program, the bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And really a lot of benefits start with silver tier, which is essentially accreditation for one of our product portfolios. I'll go into the requirements in the next chart. And also it improves as you get to gold and platinum. Gold and platinum have broadly the same benefits, but as you can see, there's a higher priority listing for platinum, and platinum get a number of other possible benefits in the rewards program. So we have a rewards program which is based on credits which are accumulated during the year. There are tier rewards, there are growth rewards. So tier rewards are based on business you do during the year based on your tier. The growth rewards are based purely on the level of growth that you've managed to achieve year over year. And also everybody, fortunately, here is eligible for special promotions. We also have annual product reviews, input to our portfolio roadmap for silver and above. Discounts for lab equipment. Again, you need to be silver and have accreditation in the product before we can give you the not for resale offers. You have a channel. Everybody has a channel team relationship. There's always going to be a dedicated account manager, named in the case of silver, gold, and platinum. We have the partner locator listing, which I've just shown you. The personalized access to the portal. We have online configuration tools. Actually, for the IPO portfolio, it's available for silver, gold, and platinum. This is I should have dropped this here. We don't make the configuration tool, our network planner tool, available to bronze partners. Then we have inventory and support contract management tools, which are available to everybody. We have a technical documentation library in our support portal. Sales engineering training, which I am going to spend some time on in this presentation today. And also the technical certification, which is instructor-led, and that is really for the partners who are looking to accredit for a particular product portfolio. I'm sorry, I seem to have dropped onto the wrong page there. There we go. So moving on, the solution partner requirements are for bronze, silver, and gold. Basically, for bronze to be authorized, you need to have an NDA in place. You need to do the sales accreditation, and that's basically step 1 on the road. Silver partners, we have an expectation of $100,000 of sales a year. And in addition to the NDA and the contract signature, annual business plan review with your account manager. The partner accreditation is not just sales now. There's also technical certification required to make the silver level, and then you get access to demo and lab equipment. And we have a couple of steps around your suitability for demo and lab equipment. You have to have obviously space and capability to house it, so that you can provide demos to your customers of ribbon equipment. And then the gold and platinum levels are really defined by the level of business that the partner does with us. So over $1 million in the financial year is gold, and you can achieve that during the year. And that also works then for the next year. If you've achieved over $1 million in this year, for instance, and gold is similar, but the bar is set higher at $3 million a year. So the portal is the way in which we mainly communicate with our partners. It's our main form of communication. And the portfolio, that's the IPO portfolio relevant capabilities in the partner portal are really training, the partner program documentation, so everything about the program, the sales bulletins and newsletter, the rewards program, sign up capability, and also the ability to administer benefits in the rewards program, deal registration, marketing and product collaterals, the network planner, a support portal access, and also order tracking capability. So these are the key things you will see in this. Occasionally, you'll see things in the demonstration which go beyond that. These are capabilities which are primarily for our cloud and edge portfolio, and I'm not going to go into those today. See if anybody's raised their hand. A second. Okay, so we're still good. So training is the next thing, and this is really what I want to spend some time on today. So through the partner portal, it's possible to get into the training sales tool, into Ribbon Academy, and in Ribbon Academy we have a range of partner training courses. These are courses which are specifically designed either for sales training or for technical certification training for specific products. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how we do that. And if you'll just bear with me, I will run into that page, and we will take a look at it. So let me just done that. So this is the Ribbon Academy, but I'll actually log into this now as though I were a partner, and you'll see how it works. So, sorry, that's the wrong login. So this is the Ribbon Partner page, which I showed earlier, and we're going to use this button here to log into the partner portal in exactly the same way that you would enter the partner portal yourselves. Oh, sorry, it seems to remember the fact that I did this earlier. I'll just go back and cancel those and see if we can do the login from scratch. Okay, let's do a new one of these. So we'll go into Ribbon Communications Partners, log into portal. I know it's still remembering me. I wanted to show you guys the login page. I'm afraid I'm going to have to clear the cache on this browser. I'll just see if I can step out of this entirely. Okay. So we're going to go into Ribbon Communications Partners, log into the portal. And here we go. So this is your login screen. I'm going to use a test user, which we have called Ribbon Distributor. Ribbon Distributor does see everything in the portal. There'll be things in there which I say are not relevant for the IPO portfolio. Okay, you'll be asked about the cookies. I would recommend to agree to the cookies, otherwise it takes you on quite a long journey. And this is the portal. So this is the home page in the portal. And what we're going to do is go into the training page here, which is under training, under sales tools. And this will lock you into the Ribbon Academy. Within the Ribbon Academy, you'll be brought into a home page here. As you can see, this is my Ribbon Distributor Test homepage. And there's a little button here that says Partner Certifications, Partner Catalog. If you press on this, you'll see the whole range of partner-dedicated training courses that we have available. Obviously, there's quite a number of these, so the best way to get to the IPO sales training is simply to put in, very visible there. That's again, IPO here in the browse window. And here you see the learning path, which has been set up for IP and optical sales training. If you go into this training, you'll see that there are a number of modules. What we're requiring for the sales training refresher is that everybody reviews the IP Wave portfolio brochure, the Apollo family brochure, and also the Neptune and Muse family brochure. So that's the fundamental requirement that we have, that everybody revisits these brochures, every partner revisits these brochures as part of the sales training, because as I say, there's been a lot of change in the portfolio. Then what you will notice is certain courses here have required. These are the ones that you are obliged to go through. The elective are the ones that are optional. So there are a couple of, I don't think we actually have any brochures in this one yet. This is really for sort of future expansion, but it's elective. And then we have a section here on what's new for this year. We have the Intelligent Middle Mile. So you will hear us referring to the Intelligent Middle Mile this year. This is a major focus for us from a sales perspective. You can choose to go through that, or you can choose not to. The same here for the IP Optical Portfolio Review, which really looks at the key new things that we are pushing this year. The new features on NPT, on Neptune, the new features on Apollo, and the new features on Muse. And then there is a test out exam. We've made all of these modules here elective, which means you don't have to take them. But please be aware that in the test out, which is the required for the certificate at the end, there are questions which relate to these course materials. So although we've said they're elective, obviously if you're an established partner of ours, you'll be very familiar with new developments in the portfolio and so on. And therefore, we're expecting that you might want to jump over all this stuff and go straight to the test out to prove your knowledge of our portfolio. And I'm sure there are some people who will be listening to this who will think this is very unnecessary because I know everything about it. But for our newer partners, I think it's important that you have the opportunity to go through, what's hot for the year, as well as the established portfolio position. And then following that, there are some optional modules here which we've focused on specific industry verticals where we are very strong. There's one for the utilities, for electricity companies, oil, gas, water companies. We have one specific for railway companies, and we have one which is specific to educational networks, so typically research networks between universities and so on, which is another area that we've been particularly successful. So what I would recommend is once you've got the certificate here, take a look at these courses. They're structured a lot less formally, more they're sales scenarios, which you can go through, and it puts you in a particular sales scenario in a utility company, a hypothetical utility company, a hypothetical rail company, and puts you in a position, and then as a salesperson gives you options of how to proceed, and you select which are the better options, and then your responses are evaluated, and you're given some feedback on that as well. So it's a chance to hone your sales skills, improve your sales skills if you're dealing in these particular vertical markets. So that's the training course. I'm not going to go through the training course step by step today. I don't think we have enough time. The whole course takes about 2 hours, and that's if you do every module. The rest of it, the IP Wave portfolio and brochure reviews don't take as long as that. And they're actually set up as little micro courses themselves. And when you're finished with that course, there's an opportunity to do a test quiz just on the material in the brochure or in that particular module, so that you can practice before you do the final test out. So that's the training. I'm going to just flip back to see if anybody has any questions about that. Okay, I don't see anybody raising their hands. So like I say, this is a module which will give you a 2-year valid certificate, and we're looking for all of our partners to go through this process, at least 2 individuals from the partner. I mean, more if you want. This is a free course. It's online and self-paced. But by the end of the year, we'll be doing a review, and we'll be feeding back to those partners who have not yet done it, that we would like them to move along and get that done. Okay, so moving on. Sorry, I think we've gone a bit ahead of ourselves here. So from the training, that is the access to the training academy. The next thing is where to find the documentation. In other words, what have we signed up to? Obviously, you have a contract which takes precedence over anything you might see in these documents. But these documents explain our standard contract terms, our standard terms for the program. Nearly all of you will have contracts which incorporate the partner program guide, which is to be found here. And then we have a number of overview presentations. So everything that's in brochures is basically the sort of Word documentation, the detailed documentation. It goes into detail about support contract terms and so on with our partners, how to do deal registrations, and also the basic program guide itself. And then in the presentation section, you have an overview of the program. We have the actual training catalogs for the technical certification courses, both for IP Optical and also for Cloud and Edge. And then we have a document here on Network Planner for partners, which explains how that works, not for resale, how that works, and an overview of the maintenance program that we have with our partners. Okay, so moving on from that, that's where the partner documentation is to be found. A key thing you'll find in here is the partner newsletter. Now, all of these items here are found. I'll just flip back under the View Resources tab on the Partner Portal homepage, and I can demonstrate that quickly. I think 1 second. Which browser I'm on. So if we go back to the home page here, which is I logged into earlier, if you go into View Resources, you'll see there's a library of resources here. There's a Welcome to Ribbon pack if you want some corporate information on Ribbon. There's the marketing and product collaterals, the partner program presentations, the brochures, the sales bulletins, which are specific things to do with end-of-life notifications. We are trying to bring the IP Optical end-of-life notifications into this at the moment. It's just Cloud and Edge, but I'm anticipating in the next couple of months we'll have the IP Optical end of life announcements as well. And then if I go back to the partner newsletter is here. Now we have a newsletter which is sent out every month called Know and Go, and this newsletter contains everything really of importance. Here's an example. I hope this is readable for most of you. Let's see if we can get that a little larger. There we go. So this is the main newsletter, upcoming webinars. So we have the today's onboarding. We have a number of other things going on. And then we have events, ribbon in the news. And then at the bottom, you will see new resources. And this is where we put any announcements which relate to the portfolio. So new products, the mandatory sales training. We've refreshed not just the IP Optical, but also the Edge SBC training. Things which are probably not relevant for you guys about partner pricing categories for our structured discounting, which we have in the Cloud and Edge portfolio. And this will come out to you by email every month. Please take the time to look at it, and if you do spam it or delete it, it's always available here on the partner portal. So you can go to the portal and find partner newsletters in the resources folder, which is here under View Resources. There we go. So that's the way to get to the newsletter. I'm just going to go back to the presentation now. So the newsletter is, oops, too far. So the newsletter is basically anything with webinars, workshops, program price list changes. If you're in our structured discount, which is really not yet applicable for IP Optical, but is what we use for our Cloud and Edge business. And then promotions and special business requirements, which may come up from time to time. That's going out, as I say, monthly. The letter that is contained here, you will see it's called Newsletter Live. If we have any content which is going to go into future newsletters or into the next newsletter, we will immediately update it on the Newsletter Live. So this is actually the most up-to-date version of our communication, the one in the portal. And then every month you will get effectively a snapshot of our newsletter content sent to you by email. Okay, so we also have a rewards program for partners. This is also administered from the homepage. So the basic sign-up process is administered from here. To enter the rewards program, you have to be a silver partner or above, and then you have a set of terms and conditions. There's actually a contractual letter which you sign up to here in the terms and conditions section. And then the incentives that you have are listed in tabs here. You can see where you're at in terms of, for instance, the growth incentive versus last year, and any credits that have been earned, and also claim any credits there as well. And you can track deals as well in this in the homepage. There's a track deal button. So if you're registering deals, you can see any deals that have been registered. So deal registration is now fully automated, integrated into the portal. Since September last year, we had a rather more onerous Excel form that had to be submitted. Now we've automated that. So you go into the deal registration tool on the homepage. You will see a Dun & Bradstreet Optimizer, or Dun & Bradstreet Connect, I believe it's now called, page in which you identify the customer that is a subject of the deal registration, and then you go through a couple of forms actually. You effectively set up a new account. You can set up a new account in our Salesforce for the customer if we haven't heard of the customer before. And then, as you can see here, this is the account SpaceX, and you can create that a new account if that's required. Off the Dun & Bradstreet database, and then you go through a registration page where you run down say, I want to go to deal registration, fill out a form. You send the form, we submit the form at the end, and then we'll get back to you with an approval. And then once the approval is done, it will pop up in the deal registration tracker, which you will have access to as well out of the portal. I'm not going to go into the demonstration of all of these features. It would be too much. The key things to note about deal registration is that it is part of the rewards program. So again, you need to be a silver partner. You can register a deal if you want, but that's available. The tool is available to everybody who has a portal account. But if you want to get benefits out of it, then you need to be a silver partner or above and signed up to the rewards program as well. So marketing and product collaterals, we're really stepping out through the portal into Ribbon's a resource library. So Ribbon has a resource library which is available on through our website. And you can use the marketing and program collaterals link to get straight into there to look for white papers, application notes. We have a very, very wide range of documentation here in terms of sales and marketing. In addition, we have the Network Planner. The Network Planner is available for silver partners and above and is subject to completing the Network Planner training course, which I know some of you have done. And once you complete that training course, you get a certificate. There's one for Apollo and there's one for Neptune, so either one will do. Both is obviously better because this is quite a complex tool. And once you have completed that, you send an email to channelsupport@ribbon.com, and we will set you up with an account which allows you to access your own personalized Network Planner account administration page where you can administer projects. There's some instructions on how to use and what to do if you can't get on. This is a shared resource platform, so we do occasionally see congestion. If you aren't able to get on and the recipe which is provided here, the instructions don't work for you, please again contact channel support and we'll look into this. We have had, to my knowledge, one incident where we had a congestion which required us to intervene and clear down some projects which were tying up our resources. But normally this works pretty smoothly. And we have something around 45 qualified users now in our partner community of the Network Planner tool. So the support portal is a useful tool for anybody who's looking for technical documentation. So in the support portal, you go into the knowledge section, and the knowledge section, I can demonstrate this in a second, is what gets you into our technical documentation. You can also file cases here as well. So this connects directly into the Ribbon support team. So it's a dual use, shall we say, tool. It enables you to go into the directly into the support team, but also enables you to see any detailed technical documentation you need. So I'll just demonstrate that. So this is the portal which we've been into. We go into the support portal. And again, bear in mind, this is just logged in as our test user, exactly the same way that you would log in as a partner. I might have more than double clicked on that in a second. Sorry, I've got a number of these now. Oops, sorry, apologies, I just stopped sharing. I hit the wrong button. Hopefully that sharing is back again. Okay, well, we'll just look at the support portal. So this is the support portal that you're brought into. The knowledge database is then going to put you into our technical documentation. And here you can just search for whatever it is that you're looking for, really. So if we look at Apollo documentation, I might need to be more specific. Well, that's not working. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't find this. But you think things like documentation, like DCN guidelines, so now it's found all the Apollo stuff. Apologies, just took a little while. So you can see all the Apollo documentation, and you have specific requirements. You can obviously search for them, and there are many, many pages of this. So my recommendation is have some idea what you're looking for before you start. Obviously, you can browse, but you'll be there forever. And use the search engine to identify what it is. You see, we have 22,188 documents with the name Apollo in the title, so it's there's quite a lot of stuff in there to go through. And you don't have to go through this to become certified. Don't worry. Okay, so that's the support portal. There's one more feature that I want to talk about in the partner portal, and that's order sales tracking. So this is something which some of you may not be aware of, but you will see that in the home page there is an orders tool. An orders tool really allows you to track and filter the orders that you've placed. So these are the ones for our test user. You can actually see the individual line items on your quote, the actual ship date, the date that we've received an order, the date we're scheduled to ship. So you can really follow up in detail on individual items that you may have ordered. And you can track, obviously, by your own PO number here, or the ribbon order number, the RB number, as we call it. So there's multiple different ways to filter this. You can obviously also see here the ship to location. So you can see where the item was intended to be shipped to, or where we shipped it to. So this really allows you to get much better control over your order interaction with us, and also to track down issues. If equipment has not turned up or you can't find it, then the order tracker is basically a window into our ERP system on Oracle, which gives you the ability to see that. And that's available to everybody. So if I just move back to the portal again, 1 second. So you'll see that the standard orders tool here is what takes you into this environment where you can see everything to do with the orders that you have placed with ribbon. There we go. And if you want to know, what are the line item situation, you can press this little blue down arrow, and that gives you the detail on everything, quantities of line items, and actual dates that the stuff was shipped to you or to your customer, depending on how you'd instructed us. So that's basically an overview of the onboarding capabilities and the things that you can expect once you get into the Ribbon Partner Portal and have your contract signed. Even before you get into the portal itself, you will have the ability to look into the marketing and product collaterals, and also obviously the program documentation, so you understand what is being signed up for when you incorporate the program in the contract, which is our standard partner contract. So I think that's pretty well everything for today. Is there anybody any questions to that? Okay, I don't hear any questions. That's fine. So this session is being recorded. Everybody who is on this call will be able to get access to the recording. We will be sending that out. The other thing I would mention is, if you have any questions about any of the stuff that you've heard in this presentation, then the key email is channelsupport, all one word, at rbbn.com. So that's channelsupport@rbbn.com. That's a shared email account, which is looked at every day by myself and my other colleagues in the channel support team. And we will get back to you on your query. We aim to get back to everybody within 24 hours, at least with a response, if not with a resolution. And hopefully, if it's to do with the portal, it should be a resolution pretty quickly, because it's been reasonably reliable. I would say we introduced a new portal in July last year, and since then we've had over 2,000 users registered on the portal, and we've had relatively a very small number of actual functional problems with it. Of course, anything can happen, but what I would strongly recommend to you is do go in as part of the onboarding, look in there, make sure you do the sales training and identify who's going to do the sales training in your organization so that you can maintain the certification. And after that, it's basically, how well can we do business together? So thank you very much to everybody for your time. I hope this has been instructive. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any feedback, please send it to RBBN at channelsupport@rbbn.com, and we'll take your feedback on board and hope to improve this. And we will be running further sessions, probably not on a quarterly basis, more probably on a half-yearly basis for the IP optical portfolio. Please keep an eye out for the newsletter, because everybody who's registered for the portal will get the newsletter every month. And as I say, if you find it's too much having a newsletter every month, then keep your login to the portal bookmarked so that you can go in there and look for the newsletter whenever you need it. So thanks a lot for your time. If there are no further questions, I will give you some time back today.